Welcome, it's the RC Renegade here, and today we're talking all about monster trucks. Yours truly, the RC Renegade, got to go inside a real monster truck at the International Monster Truck Museum in Butler, Indiana. Now you might be wondering how big these monster trucks are. I am about 5'7", and as you can see in this picture here, these trucks are massive. These trucks are so massive that I couldn't even reach the door handle to climb inside. You might be wondering how you get inside a giant monster truck. Well, in my previous video about the Monster Truck Museum, I explained that, so check that out if you have not seen that video already. However, at the end of this video, I will also do a short segment explaining what I did. It's not an easy task, and it was something that I could not film. So I'll explain it at the end of this video, but let's get into it. So I'm inside the mighty Barefoot monster truck. This one's a lot different than the one right over there that I showed you guys a minute ago. Let me show you the interior of this one. You'll notice on the back side, it's pretty empty. There's a fuel tank in the back and some batteries, but it's still pretty bare. Let me show you the front. So here's the front of the vehicle. You'll notice we have our basic pedals down here, but we have no steering wheel. You might be saying, well, where in the world is the steering wheel? It hangs right here, and it's removable so that you can easily get in and out of the truck. It's just on a little spindle right here, and you can see you just pick it up, you hang it here when you're getting in and out, and it just slides right on here. So it's just like NASCAR, it's removable. And you'll notice the gauges on here are a little different than the previous truck I showed you. That is right over there. These gauges, first we have our oil pressure gauge. We have a tachometer that tells our RPM. And we have a water temperature gauge, which tells us the temperature of the water that is in the engine. Next we have a series of fuses and switches. The most important one, we have our start switch here. Instead of a key, you just turn the switch, and then you have a mag kill. This kills the spark on the magneto that is in the engine, so this will shut the engine off. So in the event of an emergency, you just flip this to off, and it will kill the engine on this mighty monster truck. You'll notice the interior of the truck is very different than like a car you drive at home. You have a passenger seat here with your racing harness, and you also have no carpet in the floor, it's just bare metal, and you have the basic shifter here, and there's really not much inside. So as cool as these trucks look on the outside, there's really not that much on the inside. It's pretty cool. I cannot imagine what it's like to actually drive one of these. I know a lot of guys have like back problems or health issues because it's tough on your health when you're doing insane jumps and all that. You can see the doors, the interior is pretty gutted. There's really not that much here. So with these monster trucks, a lot of it's just the bare essentials. There's really not that much inside. Look at the details of these switches here. So the fans, this runs the fans on the radiator. So for engine cooling, you can turn that on and off. And just the amount of customization, you can see you have LED lights, or not LED, but you have lights here that'll turn on. The switches are on just for user convenience. I imagine it gets pretty dusty in these vehicles and pretty dirty, or if it's in the dark, you want to be able to see. So that's neat that they at least have some lights in this vehicle. I love the fact that the steering wheel is removable. Like, that is cool. You can see we'll slide it on here. It slides on there. I can't really do it with one hand very easily. I think we got it here. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, see, steering wheel's in place. So when you're driving, that's what it looks like. It's pretty cool. And then you just remove it and it hangs back up here. How cool is that, guys? Maybe I need to become a monster truck driver. Here's the backside of the barefoot truck, and you can see there's really not that much there. Here's the driver's seat where the driver sits, and there's no window in the back, it's just open. You can see there's a fuel tank, some batteries, and some hydraulic lines, and some other wires. There's really not that much in the back of this truck. So it's pretty cool that it's pretty basic, there's not a lot there. To climb into a monster truck, there are two primary ways. One, there is a hole in the floor. There's like a door in the floor itself, and you can hoist yourself up through the chassis, through the hole in the floor, and into the truck. In the previous video, I climbed into a monster truck that had that feature. The truck that was in today's video, Barefoot, did not have a hole in the floor. It did not have an access point, and so you had to climb up the old-fashioned way. Now, in order to do that, I could not open the door because, as you saw earlier, I was too short. So a tall person had to reach up and open the door. Once the door was open, I could grab onto the metal tubing, the frame of the truck, and hoist myself up. But I couldn't hoist myself all the way up, so there was a trick. You had to step on the treads of the tire and use the treads of the tire as like a stairway while you're grabbing on to the framing. And once you work your way up the tire, you could kind of pull yourself into a sitting position on the floor of the truck, and then you could work yourself into the vehicle and then into the driver's seat. Now, there's also a roll cage around the truck and just support beams everywhere, so you have to watch out not to hit your head on one of those when you're climbing around. And then getting down, it's the opposite. You hoist yourself down, you lower yourself down, and then you use the treads to step your way down the tire and back onto the ground. As always, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and be on the lookout for more videos.